There was a man born in Chicago in 1902 who, by age 5, could already read. He would go on to create one of the most revolutionary approaches to therapy, which you can use in your day-to-day life. I'm going to briefly show you what it is, a few ways I applied it, and the amazing effects it had on my people skills and communication. The early 1900s was blessed with the birth of an extremely intelligent man named Carl Rogers. His education started fairly early because, believe it or not, he could read before he even started kindergarten. His interests changed slightly over the years, but he eventually found what he really wanted to do: psychology. So he studied and became a psychologist. In his early years, he helped children and developed a non-judgmental and empathetic approach to therapy, probably because all kids wanted at the time was to be heard. On his journey through psychology, Carl discovered something that is now common knowledge, yet it held more power than people originally thought. He developed something called person-centered therapy, and a major part of that was active listening. It's probably something you've heard before, but it's not what most people think it is. Carl found that even just listening to his patients in a certain way had amazing effects. But before I show you how I applied it, I want to share what happened when I tried it. One day, I thought to myself, everyone wants to talk about themselves all the time. So, what might most people feel like when they're actually listened to? Few people nowadays feel truly heard. So much of what they say just goes into the void. The most basic of all human needs is the need to understand and to be understood. The best way to understand people is to listen to them. When I implemented active listening into my social life, it made others feel understood and validated. There's no feeling like being heard. This made the people around me happier and more confident, and really listening to someone even helped them reach conclusions they wouldn't have come to on their own. It improved their mental health and made conversations more engaging. When I listened to people in a way that made them feel open and authentic, they said the most genuine, interesting things I'd ever heard. But how do we actually know active listening works? To answer that, we need to look at Rogers' methods. When Rogers practiced his methods, his clients gained personal insight and helped themselves heal. They felt more accepted and trusted their listener more, which made them happier. This is what I want for you, so stick around. Rogers' methods became revolutionary, and now active listening is used everywhere, not just in psychology, but in schools, businesses, communities, and obviously therapy. The best part is that, unlike chaos theory or quantum physics, active listening is easy to start learning. How did I actually do this? Well, active listening is different from ordinary listening. It's not the same as just not talking when someone else is speaking. The first step was to actually be there, to be present. But I also had to learn some tools and skills. It's important to view these as tools, not just steps or tip skills I could use to understand someone better. Whenever someone speaks, there's the content itself and the emotion behind it. A part of active listening involves responding to and understanding either of these or both. First, I made sure I wasn't misunderstanding. I started paraphrasing and summarizing what the other person just said in a short, natural way, repeating what I thought I heard so the speaker could confirm it. This ensured we were on the same page, and even Rogers acknowledged that misunderstandings could happen. But there was something else I needed. I had to encourage the other person to keep going. Why would someone keep talking to me if they thought I wasn't even listening? Doing this was as simple as showing some expression or nodding slightly as they spoke. It's called active listening for a reason. All I did was use minimal encouragers, nonverbal cues to show I was engaged. This simple tactic encouraged people to open up more. Here's a cheeky example. Personally, I don't overdo it, but it really helps to take a moment before responding, instead of just replying instantly. Words don't always convey exactly what we're feeling, though. So how can we work on understanding the emotions of others? That's when I learned about emotion labeling. After talking with someone for a bit, I'd practice labeling their emotions in an empathetic way. I might get it wrong, and that's okay, but it has a similar effect either way. When I tried this, I gradually got better. I'd say things like, "It sounds like you're having a rough time," or "You seem happy," which helped build an emotional connection. This made others feel understood and often helped them understand themselves better too. One last thing had the biggest impact on my listening skills. You can make more friends in 2 months by being interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get others interested in you. You've probably heard this quote, but it's worth remembering. Listening to someone isn't the same as genuinely wanting to understand them. After practicing active listening, it got easier and I got better at it. When I truly understood someone, I realized just how fascinating people could be. Over time, these experiences shaped my ability to be genuinely interested in others, putting me on the path to real charisma. Now, if you found this helpful, check out my other videos and stay tuned for more.